and animal cells are seen under light microscope. So we done about the microscope, the light and the both and the electron microscope. Now we are going to look about plant and animal cells as seen as light and electron microscope. So light microscope, we say that it has low resolving power, and we say that resolution is the ability to distinguish, meaning that it can't give a detailed thing or of substance. It can't give the detailed structure of the specimen. So this is the animal cell, and this is the plant cell. Animal cell, it has cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and some organelles. And then in the plant cell, we have the cell wall, the cell membrane, the chloroplast, nucleus, cytoplasm, chloroplast, and subfocal. Subfocal. We can see only this. But when we place the same specimen under the light microscope, under the electron microscope, I mean, and we say that electron microscope has high resolving power, it gives us a very detailed every structure that are available in the specimen. So this is a animal cell. Imagine, look at this animal cell. When it's placed in under light, we can see only three. That's the cell membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. But now look at this. We have so many structures. We have so many structures. Structure number one is the mitochondria. You can see mitochondria, lysosome, and this part is very important. Sometimes you might be even asked to draw in exam situation. So this is a vacuole, this is a nuclear membrane, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, nuclear pores. So endoplasmic reticulum that we have, there are two, smooth and rough endoplasmic. Rough endoplasmic, reticulum, they have rough thing, some dots on it, and that dots are known as ribosomes. Ribosomes. But smooth endoplasmic are just smooth. They don't have any dots on it. Smooth endoplasmic column. Also, this is the nucleus that we have. Under the nucleus, we have so many things. Number one, we have the nuclear membrane. So when the nucleus is like this, the upper part is known as the nuclear membrane. They're known as nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane. So this nucleus, it has openings, some openings, some holes. These holes are known as nuclear pore. Nuclear pore. In the nucleus, we have something known as nucleolus. We have something known as nucleolus. Nucleus. Also under nucleus, you have something known as chromatins. We have something known as chromatins. Also, the another important part that you have to know, another very important organelle that you have to know is Golgi body or Golgi apparatus. It look like this. So sometimes it might be drawn independently in exam situation. So especially if you are 8 for 4 system, it might be drawn in paper 1. So it look like this, look like this. Same structure, and you'll be asked this one. This one is known as secretory visual. Secretory visual. So we have also cytoplasm, and this that's all about what we have. This is the colored one. In plant cell, we have this one also, cell wall, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Look at it, because we say that it has dots on it. And also we have the lysosome, nuclear pore, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It doesn't have any dots. We have also mitochondria here, mitochondrion single. So we have Golgi apparatus, we have nucleus, ribosomes on the rough endoplasmic reticulum. We have cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a liquid. This liquid is known as cytoplasm. So all these liquids are available here. These liquids, all these liquids known as cytoplasm. Also, we have cell membrane and we have chloroplast. We have the chloroplast. Function of the cell organelle. This the cell organelle that we studied. We have to look at them. Their organelle. So number one is we have the cell membrane. The other name of cell membrane is known as plasma membrane or plasma lemma. Sometimes you might be drawn in exam. It look like this. It has two protein layer, the upper protein layer and lower. So it has phospholipids layer. So the function is, so each cell we have to know the adaptation and function. A function number one of cell membrane is it encloses cell content. It all encloses the cell content. Number two, look at it. It encloses cell content. This is the cell membrane. So we have upper part, we have the cell wall. Second thing is the cell membrane. So cell membrane, all these things is under cell membrane. That's why we see that it is encloses cell content. Cell content. Number two is it's also semi-permeable, meaning that it controls the movement of material in and out of the cell. Cytoplasm. The function of the cytoplasm is it is a fluid medium which chemical reaction take place. So it is fluid medium in which chemical reaction take place. This is the function of cytoplasm. Mitochondria. This is mitochondria. Sometimes we look at a topic known as respiration. So site function for respiration is site for respiration. Site for respiration. So adaptation, it has two adaptation. Number one is the inner membrane is greatly folded into cristae to increase surface area for attachment of respiratory enzyme. Number two, it has matrix to provide site for respiration. Another thing that we have is endoplasmic reticulum. And we say that endoplasmic reticulum, we have two of them. The rough one that contain ribosome, and we have a smooth one uh, that contain uh, that does not contain anything on it. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they lack ribosome. Half they have ribosome. Function: the rough endoplasmic reticulum transport protein. So the rough it transport protein, while the smooth reticulum is it transport and synthesize protein. Lipids, I mean lipids. So one is transporting ribosome, since it does not synthesize, or it does not make, or it does not manufacture protein. It contains ribosome that manufacture protein for it. So in ribosome, it will make the protein for you for the rough endoplasmic. Then the protein made by the ribosome is transported by rough endoplasmic reticulum. While but the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it does the two functions. That is, it synthesize, manufacture, and transport the lipids. Transport the lipids. Another thing is the ribosome. We see that function is to form site for protein synthesis or to manufacture protein. Also, we have lysosome. Function is it contains lytic enzyme which destroys worn out cell and worn out organelles. Meaning that this lysosome, it contains a lot of white blood cells. It contains a lot of white blood cells. So when a cell become worn out, it will be digested or destroyed by the lysosome. Also, this lysosome digests bacteria. It digests bacteria or pathogens. Also, we have the Golgi apparatus. This is what I was telling you. Golgi vesicles, secretory granules. So the Golgi apparatus, they have four functions. Number one is formation of lysosome. They form lysosome. Number two, they package and transport glycoprotein. Number three, they transport synthesized material. Number four, they secrete and secretion of glycoprotein. So secretion of glycoprotein. And I think central, they are just rod like shaped. So their function is just simple. So they form spindle fiber during cell division. So during cell division, when they are talking about mitosis and meiosis, you will see there under reproduction. But now just know the function. The function of spindle fiber is central is number one, formation of the spindle fiber. Number two is the formation of cilia and flagella, especially the kingdom protista. Chloroplast. Also, we have the chloroplast. Chloroplast is provide site for photosynthesis. Provide site for photosynthesis. So we have vocal. We have different type of vocals. So number one, we have contractile vocal that remove excess water. it helps in osmoregulation. Number two, we have contractile vocal. It has another function of excretion of metabolic waste. Also, food for call. Food for call is used for storage of food or used for feeding. Cell wall, we have cell wall. Cell wall, animal cell does not have cell wall, but plant cell have. So it contains of cell wall that in plant cell and either cellulose or chitin in fungi. So it contains cellulose in plant cell and also it contains cellulose or chitin in fungi. Function is to protect the plant cell against mechanical. So it gives the plant definite shape. Look at it. The plant cell has definite shape, rectangular shape, while animal cell doesn't have. Reason is the animal cell does not have cell wall. Also, it provides mechanical support. Also, we have the nucleus. Under nucleus, we have nuclear membrane. We say that under nuclear membrane, we has nuclear pore. The nuclear pore is allowed the, it allows and controls the movement of substance in and out of the cell. Of the nucleus, I mean, not the cell. Because if you say that it controls in and out of the cell, that is cell membrane, not nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane is only involved in the nucleus. Also, we have the nucleolus manufacture ribosome. Very common question indeed. Nucleolus manufacture ribosome. Also, we have the chromatins that contain DNA. Is the nucleus. The nucleus control all activities in the cell. It control all activities of the cell. Difference between animal cell and plant cell. Plant cell it's usually large, it's smaller animal cell. It has regular shape, it has irregular shape. Why that does it have regular shape plant cell? Because it contain cell wall. It has cell wall, lacks cell wall. It has light central, it does not have vocal, central vocal. This one it has cytoplasm and nucleus are located towards the so it has chloroplast. This one does not have chloroplast. It stores starch. So just to know four differences, and that's enough for you. Third question: name the structure label E and F. So the E will be nucleus, and the F will be nuclear pore. And this will be nuclear membrane. All of this is nucleus. Say the function of F is the nucleus. The function of the nucleus is nucleolus. I mean, function of the nucleolus. No, function of the F. F is the nuclear membrane. Nuclear pore. I mean, nuclear pore. Nuclear pore is it allows or it facilitates material in and out of the nucleus. It's the two main function of the vocal regulation, feeding, excretion. We say that. Name the plant cell organelle that store chlorophyll. That's a chloroplast. Responsible for intracellular digestion. If you had anything to do with digestion, that's the lysosome because it contains lactic enzyme that digest one out cell and one out organelles.